Okay, and this is example 30 part E. So the bit about a boat can only cross the harbour bar when the tide is at least 1 metre above the mean sea level. So if it's 1 metre or higher, it can get through, but otherwise it's too shallow. When could the boat cross the harbour bar on 1st of January? The easiest way to do this part of the question is just from the graph. So if we put a line in at 1 metre above sea level, which is going to be about here, maybe a little bit less. Now keep in mind we're only looking at the first 24 hours. So if this is at 1 metre, so it can get into the bar at this time here, whatever this is, and up until this point here, it's deep enough. Then there's a period of time where the boat can't get through. And then again, there's another time at this point, and then one more at this time. So there's sort of 2 sections of time in between which the boat can get through. Otherwise, there is not enough water in the bar at that time. So one way is just from the graphics calculator. So further down here, where I put what the question is, so we could graph our 2 functions. So we could graph our 4 sine pi on 6t, and that's y equals, and we could also graph y equals 1 and use the graphics calculator to find the points of intersection. So points of intersection on GC. And you just need to state that that's where you found it from. So once you do graph it, you can analyze graph, find points of intersection, and it will find those 4 times, and you can see that it's in between a few, and you would have your graph to go with it. If we need to do it algebraically, which you need to understand how to do that as well, well, it's just equating these 2 things. So our 4 sine pi on 6t equal to 1, and we just have to solve that equation. The only difference here is we're not going to be using our special triangles to do that, and you'll see why on this next step. So if I rearrange, I need to get sine of the angle on its own, and I divide by 4 on the other side, so I've got a quarter. 1/4 doesn't appear in either of your special triangles. You've got 1, 2, root 3, and 1 and root 2. This is nothing like that. So we're going to use our graphics calculator to do this. Now sine is positive. Sine of whatever this angle, pi on 6t, is, gives a positive answer. So we know there's an answer here, and we know there's an answer here. So to get our basic angle, we can just do shift sine. We're going to use our calculator. So our basic angle is shift sine, or sine to the -1, of 0.25, or 1/4, either way. And your calculator is going to give you 0.2526. Now you need to make sure you're in radians, not degrees. And the reason I know it needs to be radians is if I look at that original question, there is this pi on 6. That's an angle in radians. It doesn't say 30 degrees T, 30T, it says pi on 6. So that's my clue that it's radians. So I needed to find this angle here. So this is 0.2526 away from the axis, and this is 0.2526 away from the axis. So just make sure you're in radians before you do that. So my 2 angles, so keep in mind my original angle was pi on 6t, that was theta. It's going to equal, so the first one is 0.2526, and that's an angle just around to here. The next solution was around to there, so that's pi minus 0.2526. And I'll show you what to do with that in the next step. But basically, pi is 3.14, and you'll subtract 0.256 off it to get your value. Now keep in mind from the original graph, if I bring the graph up here, there's 4 points I need. So I found the sort of solutions to give me the first 2 in the graph, the first 2 times the boat can get across, but there's another period of time, another interval of time where the boat can get through. So I actually need 4 solutions. That's my clue. So 0.2526, pi minus 0.2526. The next one would be if I did a full revolution and then back around to that line. So I write that as 2 pi plus 0.2526. And the last one would be if I do a full revolution like I've just done, plus this extra bit more. So that would be 3 pi, but take off the 0.2526. So on my next line, I'm not going to do anything on the left. Let's keep this as pi on 6t. The first answer is okay. Don't need to simplify that. But these next ones, so as I said, this is going to be your pi value on your calculator. 3.14 minus 0.2526 gives you 2.889. This is to 4 decimal places. The next one, well, 2 lots of pi, 2 lots of 3.14 is 6.28 plus 0.2526. So that's going to give us 6.5358. And similarly, the last one, 3 lots of pi, 3 lots of 3.14, and then subtract this value gives you 9.172. I'm almost finished. I just need t. So to each of these answers, I need to times by 6 and divide by pi. Because if I'm bringing the 6 up to the other side, it's the opposite. It's multiplied. And to get rid of the pi off the left, it's the opposite and divide. So I'm going to do the same with each of them. You don't have to write this line of working. I'm just showing you where it came from. And the last one, 0.9172 times by 6 and divided by pi. Again, it's just on your calculator. So you would type in 0.2526 times 6 divided by, and press your pi key, or divide by 3.14. So my times are 0.4824, 5.5176, so 5.5 hours almost. Just after 12 hours, 12.4824. And the last one is 17.5178. So from there we can state when the boat can actually pass. So it can actually pass in between these 2 times, and it can pass in between those 2 times. So with your 0.4824, to get an actual time for that, you would times by 60. So for the decimal parts, I'll just make a note. If you take your decimal part, if you don't have a full number of hours, take your decimal part, times it by 60, and that will convert to minutes. Okay, there's 60 minutes in an hour. So the ones like the 5.5176, that's 5 hours, but to get the number of minutes, take the decimal part and times it by 60. So if you do that with each of these 4, I'd like you to do that. You should be able to see that the boat can pass between, so the first amount of time is, so if you do 0.4824 and times by 60, you get 28.944, so almost 29 minutes. That's 29 minutes past midnight. So it can pass from that point to, and if you do the 0.5176, you get about 31 minutes. It's just over 5.5 hours. So that would be just after 5:30 a.m., 5:31. And again between the next 2. And between, so 12, it'll be the same minutes. Because if you look at the decimal parts, they're identical. Up till 5, just after 5:30 in the afternoon. Okay, so this is my answer. Boat can pass between this period and then this little interval of time as well. So there's 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Now that question is definitely a complex question. There is a lot involved in that, particularly just that last one, if you have to solve that algebraically. Of course, you can just get these values, the 0.4824, the 5.516, and so on. If you just graph your 2 graphs, find the points of intersection, it will give you that straight away, and then you can convert it to an actual time, okay, because it's the number of hours since midnight. So that would be the quickest way, but you also have to have an understanding of how to do it algebraically. In terms of the set work, there are 4 questions here, question 1, 5, 6, and 8. Question 1 is at the bottom of that question there. 5, 6, and 8, if I just go back in, down your next tab, you've got 5n number 5, 15n number 6, and 15n number 8. So before you do your FIA3, it would be good just to have a go at that. Obviously, if you're going to see an application question like this on the test, you're only going to see one of those, but you do need to have it. It's sort of putting all the steps together that we've done and combining them all together into one question. So it's quite time consuming, but you need to have that understanding. You need to be able to justify your steps rather than just produce an answer. You need to be able to explain where it came from.